As Hong Kong firms downsize, Animoca built a workspace the size of 10 tennis courts. As law firms and traditional finance companies cut back on office space, YatShu's Animoca is taking advantage of the renters market to expand its headquarters, reinforcing its commitment to Hong Kong as a global Web3 and digital culture hub. Animoca is bucking the trend of Hong Kong's TradFi sector, expanding as banks contract. Hong Kong is part of Animoca's DNA, and while the firm was once tempted to leave the city during COVID, it's staying put. Hong Kong is feeling the ripple effects of a slow mainland Chinese economy, and its financial sector as well as professional services firms are slimming down their real estate footprint to cope with slowing demand. Then there's Animoca Brands, a Web3 company known for its NFTs and GameFi verticals. It recently opened a new 28,000 square foot, 2,601 meter, office spread across 2 floors in an up-and-coming tech district on the south side of Hong Kong Island. That's about 10 times the size of a tennis court. We went from 7,500 square feet to 28,000 square feet, said Evan Ouyang, president of Animoca Brands, during an interview with CoinDesk. It's a renter's market right now in Hong Kong, and we saw this as the perfect time to create a collaborative space not just for us, but for other companies in our portfolio. While crypto is having something of a bull market, Animoca had a rocky 2023. Like the rest of the crypto sector, battling layoffs and cutting the target size of its metaverse fund from $2 billion to $800 million. As a company, we have to experiment. We have to accept failure as part of it, he said, adding that Animoca, today, has pivoted a few times over the course of its short history. The company's evolution is driven by a culture of experimentation and by bringing on talent that naturally pushes the company in new directions. One thing that's new to Animoca, and different from other Web3 companies, is the amount of gray hair in the building. Our executive team is fairly experienced. We're not kids in our 20s. Most of us are in our 40s and 50s, Ouyang said. We've been through a lot. Ouyang highlights the importance of government backing in Animoca's decision to stay in Hong Kong, describing it as invaluable, pointing to a pivotal moment when the Financial Services and Treasury Bureau announced its support for Web3 alongside Animoca's CEO, YatShu. When the FSTB announced Hong Kong's ambitions for Web3, they did it on stage with our CEO, YatShu. That level of partnership is unique, he said. Hong Kong's unique creative energy, fueled by its rich heritage in film, music and art, is something Animoca believes can't be replicated elsewhere. While the company could theoretically operate from anywhere, and Ouyang said that Hong Kong's prolonged COVID-19 lockdowns had Animoca on the brink of some tough decisions, it ultimately just couldn't leave the city. During COVID, we thought about relocating. We could be anywhere, Ouyang said. But ultimately, we were born here. Hong Kong is part of our DNA. This series is brought to you by Consensus Hong Kong. Come and experience the most influential event in Web3 and digital assets, February 18th, 20. Register today and save 15% with the code CoinDesk15.